Okay, so 4 things I look for in business partnerships. Follow this if you want to make more money. I know what it's like. It's worse than a breakup when a business relationship ends and people feel misled, people feel lied to, people feel financially they got hurt. And I've had a lot of relationships over the years. I've had a lot of great business partners. I've had a lot of terrible business partners. And now I primarily look for 4 things. And every time someone has these 4, it's always been amazing. Even if the relationship ends, we both feel lucky and we both feel we got a ton out of it. Maybe these 4. The first 2 actually contradict. So the first one is they believe in a higher power. It doesn't have to be my higher power. It has to be a higher power. The people who don't, I've found, are a little bit nihilistic. They party a little bit too much. They're not really motivated by building something that lasts. Like the thing with people that believe in God or something out there, like I had a great pharma client and we found out she was Wiccan. So maybe you don't even need God. I mean, Wiccan is fine. But it's people who think that someone is watching you, that what you do matters. And when somebody doesn't have that, or someone's atheist or whatever, it just never seems like the relationship. They always tend to do weird things. So this is like a prerequisite of mine at this point. But, and this is a big paradox, they are driven by making more money. Like they stand on business. So they're not like spiritual. They're not doing it for love. They're not doing it for passion. They are doing it for money. Like I can understand the profit motive. I can work with the profit motive. I don't like it when people are ideologically driven. I had a job that I was hired by someone from Lebanon. They tried to get me fired, and then the client ended up firing them because they're like, listen, I just don't want to work with. I was like, do my political beliefs matter at all? He's like, no, just because you're a Jew, he doesn't want you to. I was like, he hired me. He's like, he didn't know. So I always stay away from people that are very ideological. The third one is they have to be in either long-term relationship or married or like serial monogamist. And this has a lot to do with business ethics, because the guys that are going out or the girls that are going out and going on like 3-4 dates a week, like when you're having a bunch of one-night stands, when you're like a young guy in your 20s, like all you're doing is breaking your own heart. You don't even realize that you're doing it, but you're making these promises, you're connecting to people in a really deep physical and spiritual way. And then the next day you do it with somebody else. And that bleeds into how you do business. A lot of these guys that are just going from girl to girl, or they have some weird breakup, or she did this on Instagram, that bleeds into your ethics. So business ethics for me is very, very simple. If you wouldn't recommend it wholeheartedly to your brother or sister or mom or dad, and you sell it or promote it, you don't have ethics. Like a very, very clear line. I got this from Naval Ravikant, but I really believe it. Like if you sell something that you wouldn't buy, or recommend something that you wouldn't buy, or you don't personally use because of affiliate money or a relation, like I don't care why, for me it's deeply unethical. And so if somebody does all of those 4 things, higher power, motivated by money, long-term relationship or married, and then has business ethics, which specifically means don't sell what you wouldn't want your best friend or brother to buy, 10 out of 10, they will always be good business partners. Obviously protect yourself legally, get the right contracts in place. I have business coaches, I have lawyers for that, but those 4 things will never steer you wrong.